Hello and welcome back on French with Thomas. Today we will talk about the grammar, la grammaire. We will see phrases and pronouns, les phrases et pronoms. So, a little information before we start. The phrases in French has every time the same word order. So when it is an affirmation, we will say subject plus verb plus object, as in English. But when we will have to say questions, we can keep this word order, subject plus verb plus object. So sometimes we can add an interrogative pronoun before, but it's not every time. And the literary form in French is a little more like in English. So we have the verb and a little dash, the subject, the object, and sometimes an interrogative pronoun also. The little dash here, it's just to say that this subject, this pronoun, is linked to this verb. So that's it. It's every time you will see the literary form will be in the books. When people are talking, it will be either this form or this form with the interrogative pronoun, but it's good to know that this exists. Then in French we have also genders. We only have two genders, masculine, masculin, and feminine, féminin. We do not have a neutral gender, as in German, for example, or Russian. Then here is the page of the pronouns and the pronouns possessives. So, je is I, je, and my could be mon, ma, or me. Mon is for noun, which is masculine noun. For example, dog, chien, is masculine, so my dog is mon chien. Ma is used with feminine nouns. So, for example, car is voiture. It's a feminine word. My car, ma voiture. Me is my, but for plural nouns. So, my dogs, mes chiens. My cars, mes voitures. So, as you can see, in the singular form we have the masculine and the feminine, but when we talk in plural forms, we do not have masculine and feminine. We only have one form, which is me. So it's a little easier. Then you is tu, and your is ton or ta or te. It works exactly as mon, ma, me, ton, ta, te, masculine, feminine, plural. Then we have he, il, she, elle, and we do not have it. Sometimes we have sentences where we can translate in English with it, but in French it will be il or elle. Like it rains, in French we will use il pleut. It rains, il pleut. Then his, her, and its will be son, sa, or c'est. It works like mon, ma, me, and ton, ta, te. Then we have a little it not happened in English, but you can find it, for example, in German or Danish or even Russian. The possessive pronouns in French take the gender of the object, which is not the case in all languages. For example, she has a table. Table in French is table. Elle a une table. She has a table. Table is feminine, so we have une. C'est sa table. It's her table. So here, these two sentences are in feminine. She has something in the feminine gender. Now, if we take a masculine word, like dog, chien, elle a un chien. She has a dog. Here is masculine, un. Here, une is feminine. So she has a dog, elle a un chien. It's her dog, c'est son chien. Son and not sa. So here we can see that the possessive pronoun take the gender of the object and not the gender of the owner. Then I wrote the four same sentences but with a masculine pronoun, il, he. He has a table, il a une table. Masculine, il a une feminine table. It's his table, c'est sa table. He has a dog, il a un chien. Un is masculine, so il a un chien. It's his dog, c'est son chien. So here and every time the possessive pronoun take the gender of the object. We do not care if it's a woman who is talking or if it's a man. Then the pronouns and possessive in the plural form now. So we is nous, nous. We do not pronounce the final S. And our is notre or nos. Notre is used for masculine and feminine words, so it's easier than the singular form. And no, it is the same. We do not care if it's a masculine or feminine word. The only difference is that notre is for singular and no is for plural. Then the second you is vous, vous. As nous, your is votre or vos. Votre, singular, vos, plural. And then we have they, elle, or il. It is the same as the singular form. We just add an S at the end, but the pronunciation is exactly the same. So elle and il. There is leur, singular, or leur, plural. We have S here, but the pronunciation is the same. Leur, leur. Then now we have to know when have we to use tu and when have we to use vous. So tu is used to talk to one person you know, for example friends, family, or informal situations. And vous is used to talk to one person you don't know, for example your boss, or formal situations, maybe at the bank, at the post, and the hospital. you have to use vous, but you can also use vous when you are talking to several people, even if one by one you know them, so you would use tu. If I have 3 friends with me, one by one I will say tu, 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 but if I want to talk to the 3 friends of mine at the same time, I will have to use vous. So tu is singular for people you know. Vous is singular for people you don't know, or plural for people you know or you don't know. Then in French we also have an extra pronoun which is not how can I say, it's not really high level of French, but we use it every time. It is like man in German. It is called on. On has the same meaning as the pronoun nous, oui, but on is conjugated as il or elle. For example, nous mangeons, we eat, or we are eating, can be on mange. The meaning is exactly the same, but literally nous mangeons is better. On mange is only in the oral form. I do not think you will find this form in books, but it's really used in French. It's really rare that you will hear someone say nous mangeons instead of on mange. So it is tricky because you conjugate on in the singular form as il and elle, but the meaning is oui. I know it's a little weird, but it's really used, so you will surely hear this. So on is conjugated in the singular form of il and elle, he or she, but the meaning is oui, nous. Now another tricky part with on is that when you have to use a possessive form, you will have to use the possessive form of nous and not the possessive form of he or she, il ou elle. So, nous mangeons nos pommes, we eat our apples, or we are eating our apples. On mange nos pommes. So, on mange is the conjugation of il or elle, he or she, but nos pommes is the possessive of the nous, we form. So it's a little tricky, but it's really used. The pronoun on is only used orally and much more than nous, as I said. But if you need to write in a formal context, do not use on. For example, if you are if you do something about your work, do not say on a fait un travail, we did work. Do not say on a fait, but nous avons fait will be better than on, sorry. So yes, it is only orally, as we saw at the beginning of the video with the questions where we switch the verb and the subject. It is never used, but in formal context it's better to use them. So now, a little exercise. Talk to Jean. Parler avec Jean. So I will read and you will have to answer. Bonjour. C'est votre chien? Comment il s'appelle? So do not hesitate to ask your questions in the comment sections, and do not forget to like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye.